Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I could. Ooh, I hear myself. Testing. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Your internet was some glitchy stuff was going on when you first popped in.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it was something with my Ethernet cord. I think I had to adjust it. So I think
Oh, it's all good now. The picture is perfect and sound is good. So,
okay. Good.
So how has your week been and your Sunday been?
Oh, it's been good so far. It's my first time doing well, not first time, but it's been a minute since I've done anything review or video related with all the stuff going on. So just before this, I was recording some stuff. I have to see if I can knock something else afterwards. But in general, everything's all good.
What were you recording? What were you reviewing?
Well, one, I was getting my last Bridgerton out the way.
Oh, Bridgerton! You and your Bridgerton.
Of course. But also, someone had requested Blonde, so.
Oh, Blonde. I thought you said Bond at first. Oh, Blonde. Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, let me go ahead and get that out the way, which is going to be interesting because I don't have positive thoughts about.
I have heard not great thoughts about that, and I wasn't really interested because Marilyn Monroe, she's just not of interest to me at all. Mm-hmm. And also, I felt like the casting of Ana de Armas was a terrible choice. I mean, she looks perfect, but she still has that accent. Why did they do that?
Makes no sense.
I don't get it. I mean, I like her okay, but
right.
I just don't feel like that was a great choice. But I've heard there were some issues with the movie.
So. Yeah, to me, it's kind of understatement. It's kind of an understatement, but it would be interesting. I honestly would not even. I mean, not even regardless of not having an interest in Marilyn Monroe. I just think it's. I can't see you being able to kind of sit through it because they just do a lot of weird. I don't know if you've ever, and I can't think of another film like it. I'm sure there are others, but I don't know if you've ever watched a biopic where the director seems to really not like the subject of the film.
Really? So you get the sense he didn't like Marilyn Monroe?
At all. I mean, and then I saw some of his interviews and he said something like, the only thing interesting about her was her death. And then, other stuff too. And mind you, I understand everyone might have different perspectives. And I suppose it's possible to make a film about someone you don't really care for. But then I think that it seems to inform the way he portrays her in the film. And
I see.
And me personally, and it's not like I grew up on Marilyn Monroe specifically, but I'm a big reader. So just over the years, I've just kind of picked up stuff, just searching and just reading, stuff that wasn't even necessarily about her, but would center her or reference her. And so it's just like some of the stuff they did, I was just like, it's just really questionable stuff.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's just weird. So it's kind of like, what's your goal here? So
that's interesting. I did not know that about how the director seems to have felt about her. I didn't realize that might have been part of the problem. Well, people make movies about human beings that they don't care about all the time. I mean, look at all the movies about Hitler.
Yeah.
But still, I get what you're saying. That's strange that they would put that in his hands. That's interesting.
Yeah,
in a weird way. Okay. Well, I'm going to watch your review because I would rather watch your review than watch the movie, and I'm sure your review will entertain me more than the movie. But
probably.
right before I came in here, Arturo and I finished. We sat down today and we watched In Bruges. Have you seen that?
No, but I know why you watched it because of the director and
2008. It's a 2008 movie.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, and that's coming up this Tuesday, but also tomorrow I am going to go see the Banshees movie, only because like Simon asked me, was I going to do a review, and I toyed around. I was like, I don't know, and then I read the plot, so I know sort of what happens at the end, but I don't know, something about the way Simon asked me the question made me think, you know what? I'm going to see In Bruges. I may as well watch this other one just to see how I like them compared to each other. I have a feeling I'm going to like In Bruges better, but I don't know. We'll see. I love Colin Farrell. And the dude, I don't know the other guy's name. Mad Eye Moody, that guy.
Oh, yeah, right.
They had such great chemistry in this movie. And D, you got to watch that film.
Oh, absolutely.
It is. It's crazy.
And I've heard from a couple of people who have seen In Bruges that and I think it's probably different if you watch Banshees on its own and possibly watch In Bruges after versus having seen one and then watching this.
Right.
It seems like a lot of people say that it is better, and it may be better regardless of when you watch it. But I kind of went in knowing that, but I haven't watched it yet. So now, definitely with what you're saying, I'm gonna have to check it
out. It is the wackiest. Like there's the dialogue and the situational comedy that I mean, it's a Black comedy, so there's definitely some, dark themes running throughout.
Right.
But it's laugh out loud funny. I mean, I was laughing out loud. And it was these situations where it shouldn't be funny. In any other movie, it wouldn't have been presented as funny. But because of the way this film was, you're talking imminent death getting ready to happen, and you're laughing. It was really well done. I think you'll like it. I just have a feeling. So I'm just curious to see how good Banshees is, but we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, at the very least, if you've at least liked what they did, I'm sure it's not quite on the same level, but I have a feeling if you like what they did there, you'll like what they did here.
With Banshees?
Yeah, I think so.
So you have seen Banshees?
Yeah, I just saw it this past Thursday. Actually, It's weird because I haven't usually, it's been a while since I've gotten off of work and gone straight to the theater like that. I usually will wait till the weekend. But I was like, let me, let's switch it up. It's been a while, and it actually felt real good to get out and get over there. And then it wasn't a whole lot of people, so
yeah. Okay, well, it had been in our theater for like a week or so before, I guess, this weekend it sort of hit more wide.
Right.
And when it first came to the theater, that's when I toyed with the idea of going to see it, and then I talked myself out of it. Then I talked myself back into it.
Right.
Thanks to Simon. So I have got so many movies lined up this week, D. So, well, we saw In Bruges today.
Right.
I've already seen Tucker and Dale, but tomorrow I'm going to go see Banshees. Wednesday, I'm going to go see an advanced screening of The Menu, which I'm really looking forward to. But that's not in my typical movie theater. It's a little bit of a trek away. And then on Thursday, I'm going to go see Black Panther. So I got a lot of reviews. I got at least 3 reviews I'm going to try to film this week. So I've got a full week. And then Sunday, I leave for Vegas.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes, you are stacked up, aren't you?
I am. And the Vegas thing, it's a business trip, but my 2 brothers are going to be there with me. So we're, it'll be nice because they were like, you shouldn't be in Vegas by yourself. It's like, well, I'm not going to be by myself. I'll be with the company I'm working with. But I guess the little baby bros felt like they needed to come be with me and protect me. So.
No, but that's good. And I think you had told me at one point, I'm sure it might be different since we talked about that. But I remember at one point you said it had been a while since you had seen them and really hung out with them.
We were able to, like a month and a half ago, we were able to get together, all 3 of us. It just doesn't last long, It's hard to coordinate everybody's schedules, and that's
exactly.
I'm really close with my brother, so it's frustrating that I can't be with them more. But they're spread across, Matt's over there in New Jersey, Tim's over there in California, I'm here. So anyway, all right. Tangent.
Okay, one more thing.
Yeah.
Just because we've both seen it, I'm thinking about maybe doing a review for this too. But it was really your review, which was kind of like the final stamp, but your review and Sean Lost in the Reels review on the School of Good and Evil kind of convinced me to watch it, because I was like, because I remember it was I don't know if it was over a year ago, but I just remember a shot of Kerry Washington in her costume.
Okay, yeah.
The title, I was like, oh, that looks interesting. But then as we got closer to the time, it started to give me a kind of a Disney Channel original
Yes.
kind of vibe, which isn't always bad, but as I've gotten older, it's just how I feel about teenage centered stories.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of depth to it.
Yeah, and I'm not always into them. It kind of takes a special one for me to appreciate it. But when I heard you, especially, and not in a, I think, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you share my lack of patience for stuff that's real syrupy or goofy or kind of
right. Yeah.
you know. So I felt like if Cyn likes this, then maybe I might feel a little bit differently. And I have to say, I saw it, and even when I saw the 2 hours and 30, I was like, I don't know.
It's long.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, but I have to say, I really, really enjoyed it.
See, I'm glad you did. I was gonna say I'm gonna hate it if he watched something that I liked and then he watched it because I liked it and then he hates it, because
right.
that'll be terrible. But no, I honestly was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I really didn't think, and I don't know if the transition for you happened around the same. I think I was about 30 or 40-ish around there minutes into it before I was like, you know what, there's actually something. This is actually pretty interesting and good, and there's something more solid to this than just this fluff piece of fairy tales.
Right. Yeah. No, I was gonna say it was funny. I think I actually commented. I think it was on your review of that. I don't know if it was a tweet or something like that. But basically, Bashan literally said the same thing. He was like, he watched the first 20 minutes. He was like,
yeah, I know. Like, okay, I don't know. This is a little bit meh.
Yeah, he said he was literally about to turn it off, but he was like, let me just give it a chance. And he was shocked by how much it really improved and got going.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad, and maybe it's because I heard you guys say that it was kind of rough for you guys, that I guess I went in with that expectation, so it probably wasn't as bad watching the first 20 to 30.
Yeah.
But it's still, from what I maybe had issues with, it definitely got better and better. And I was so impressed by really everyone. And I really liked, I think everyone does a solid job, but I really liked, and it's funny because we already know there are two Sophias, but
yes.
yeah, but the one who was technically a witch, who started off as a witch and then
she was dropped in the good school.
Yeah, with the big curly hair and everything.
Yeah.
I really she really touched me in a couple of moments because how she really pulled on her emotions, and I just really felt like the heartstrings being pulled when
it's true.
would have some moments.
Yeah, it was. I was impressed with her performance, and I think when it first started to click with me that she was actually not that I thought any of them were bad, but it was just like little simple interactions that she had with the love interest guy.
Mm-hmm.
And she was embarrassed, and just the look on her face and the little noise, that she would make. It's like, that's actually, I don't know, there's something about it. It's like, okay, she's actually doing really good in these little moments that could come across as really goofy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually really solid. And then, of course, that scene at the end, I had a feeling that the true love's kiss, was going to be the two friends, because it reminded me of Maleficent.
Yeah, they did that too. Right?
Yeah, and so I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be her best friend is going to be the one that gives her the kiss, and she's able to save her. And that part, that was pretty predictable, that sort of thing. But I don't know. I like the journey. I was impressed, and I hope they can make another one. But from what I can tell, based on ratings, it doesn't look like it has the best ratings, which surprised me.
Really?
And maybe it's from people who had read the books.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah.
And I could totally get that. I know there were changes made to characters, but I went in a complete newbie.
Exactly.
So if you don't know a thing about the source, and see, that's the thing, when there's all this contention, I get where fans of original source material are coming from, because I have my own gripes with certain things that have been, with material that I'm familiar with, and I don't like how they make certain changes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a complete novice to it, you have no clue. I can see why people would like it as well. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, very much so. Because I was just like, you can kind of go into something and there's a point where, or maybe initially where you're not necessarily invested, but something, I don't know where it is, if it's deep down or if it's unconscious, but something starts to click with this, and you don't, and you're just like, I really want to know where this is going to go.
Right.
And whenever I would pause and have to grab something, just in my mind, I'm like, I wonder what's gonna
what's gonna happen. Yeah. It was so well done. It's for adults. It's definitely for adults too. I love the more mature themes and the sort of the commentary, like I said, that it was making, but not in the way you think of commentary when you think of commentary in a lot of movies these days. It was just, I really liked it. I was surprised that I liked Charlize Theron's character as much as because I don't like her very much.
Right, and that's what surprised me too. I was like, oh,
You're right, but she just played the part really well, and that comedic line she said about you can't kill it. You can't kill anyone. I was like, oh my gosh, this movie. It was funny. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoy Tucker and Dale as much as I'm looking forward to watching you watch this movie.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to be keeping like one eyeball on you and one on the screen, because let me tell you, okay, I don't want to sell it too much and then maybe you feel like it's not as hilarious to you as it was to me, but I didn't expect it to be as funny. I mean, I knew it was going to be comedic. You could tell by the cover, right?
Yeah.
The poster. But the first time I watched this movie, I laughed so hard my face hurt.
Oh. Okay.
So, and I think it's because of the package it's wrapped in. So it's like this horror movie.
Right.
Do you know the premise at all?
I don't. I went in free and clear. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share screen. Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on. Let me adjust my light real quick.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just getting it set up. I got to remember which screen is the right one to share. Here we go. All right. So I've got this playing on the big monitor behind my laptop monitor, so I might need to tilt my screen forward just so I can see the controls. I know that this starts off and there's no sound, but I don't know how loud it's going to be for you. So I'll test it and see how it sounds. Let me. You hear it okay?
Yeah.
And it's not, is it too loud or anything?
Push up on your.
Okay.
Hey guys, we forgot the beer. No!
Are you sure you got everything you need? Once you get up there.
Sounds like Forrest Gump.
Yes.
Oh, these scary hillbillies.
Can I help you?
Pickled eggs, 6-pounder. Anything like that in your life?
There's nothing so special about them. Tell her that you got a vacation home. That'll probably impress her.
Are you out of your mind, Tucker?
You gotta have some faith in yourself, man. Girls can smell fear. Now, come on.
Girls can
You're
smell.
a good-looking man, more or less. You got a damn good heart.
Good-looking man, more or less.
I mean, that's things right there.
You're right, Tuck. I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Clean your mouth out.
All right, no. Whatever you say, just smile and laugh.
He's walking over there with a scythe.
Right.
Going camping?
Now look, we don't want any.
I'm a 0 with the ladies. They hate my face.
Come on.
Have you had pickled eggs?
Tucker,
Say what?
Have you had pickled eggs?
I think I have maybe once. I wasn't overly impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing?
Shit.
Huh?
We got a cop.
Oh, I got you. I got a rag. Move your arm. You're all over the crotch.
All right, he's pulling over.
You can't.
No.
No, it's stuck on my sleeve. Get up. My hand is stuck.
Unstuck it. He's got his car. He's out of his car.
He's out of his car.
I'm trying to push him.
Woo.
right.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's been striking out with the ladies. I figure a little man time might do him some good.
There ain't nothing up there but pain and suffering on a scale you can't even imagine.
Oh, yeah, that was tense.
He was jealous because he can't afford a place of his own.
Well,
Check out this vacation home of theirs. Scary looking house, right?
This is definitely cabin in the woods vibes.
it's perfect. What'd they call this? A fixer-upper? All right, let's go.
Did I ever tell you that Dale Tucker's the skinny one, Dale's the chunky one. Did I ever tell you that I made a comment about this movie on Twitter and that actor saw it and liked it? The guy who plays Dale. Yeah, I thought that was kind of, I was not expecting that. It was just some, how there's these conversations about movies. And I just made a comment about it, how it was hilarious. I loved it, something like that. And I saw this guy, liked it or loved it or whatever, the heart. And I was like, wait, that name sounds familiar. And I looked and I was like, oh, it's him.
Right.
Like, aw.
It's just a little dusty is all.
It's a mansion.
Just a little dusty.
Just a little.
I'd be having an asthma attack as soon as I walked in.
Right.
Whoever used to live here must have been an archaeologist or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at this.
Chubby's Chili Depot. Buy 3.
Speaking of asthma. Oh,
you're watching that movie.
yes, I'm introducing him to Tucker and Dale.
Okay, sorry. I'll leave.
Are you getting ready to leave?
I'm gonna get dressed and all that.
Don't forget to let me know when you get there.
No, I just enjoy Tucker and Dale.
I will, but I will enjoy it more once I know you're there safely. Okay.
Just like this.
Yes.
Came out here to have
Yeah, put that back on.
No, this is cool. I like this.
Ooh.
Sorry, D. I know how you are about some imagery.
No, I'm not bothered, but it still will make me
Okay, yeah.
one person lived to tell this story. The rest of them just disappeared.